Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, News Director at Backyard Broadcasting.
State Representative Jamie Flick represents the 83rd Legislative District, which is part of Lycoming County and two northern townships in Union County. He served the House Government Oversight, Children and Youth Human Services, and Tourism and Economic and Recreational Development Committees, plus many others he's been recently appointed to. And we're thrilled today about talking with him about his Human Services Expo that's coming up this month. Hello, Representative Flick. Thanks for joining us today.
You bet, Freddi. Pleasure to be here.
It's really nice to see you. You're really completing sort of a personal human services task here and getting the word out to everybody, aren't you?
We are, absolutely. So I'm joined with my Chief of Staff, Carrie, here today, so I'm excited to have her here as well.
Hi, Carrie Pauling.
Hi, it's nice to see you.
Very good to see you, too. It's exciting to see all of these opportunities. It's a third annual Human Services event. Has it changed over the past 3 years?
It's changed. It's also part of the reason it's so critical, Freddi. We're in budget season. Now, I don't want to go politics here, but we are in budget season. It's a big budget. It's $50-some billion, and Human Services every year makes up roughly 40% of that budget. So it is by far the largest piece of the pie. So it's critical in many, many ways, including fiscally.
You have the speaker series that happens first earlier in the day at Penn College, which is where this is happening on April 25th. And then there's also the expo that comes up afterwards. Some of these speakers, really fascinating people that are all on board with mental health awareness and opioid addiction practices that we want to make sure that we're sort of on top of. And that's really great.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe I'll even start by saying, what is Human Services? Because not everybody knows, but you just mentioned a couple key factors. Okay. One, mental health, which of course we're in a crisis right now, drug and alcohol in crisis. Early intervention is also part of that realm, and then intellectual disability. So all of that and more is what makes up Human Services.
Now, are your speakers featuring each of those categories that you will have on the 25th?
Not all of them, but for the most part. And Carrie's done a great job getting speakers. Each year we get different speakers. We want to keep everything fresh. So this year we have Christina Reed from BLAST, which is the intermediate unit here in Lycoming County. It's IU 17. So she will talk about intervention, and she'll have a whole team to talk about that. Prior to that, we have Dr. Beth McMahon out of Lock Haven University, and she will talk about prevention. So we're talking about intervention, prevention, the whole spectrum, if you would.
You're a member of the Opioid Misuse and Addiction Trust. Is that a committee?
That's actually a trust. So I'm on the committees you had mentioned, and then I was recently appointed by Governor Shapiro to this trust. And that goes back a couple years when all 50 attorney generals or attorneys general sued, the big pharma companies because of the OxyContin and because all the misuse by doctors and the overprescribing, which has been pretty well documented. So when we sued those drug companies, Pennsylvania was awarded $1.06 billion. And we sued again recently, went to the U.S. Supreme Court and won that. So it's another $230-some million that Pennsylvania is being awarded. So I'm part of that trust that oversees, and there's only 13 members in the whole state. So there's one Republican House member, that's me, one Dem House member, one senator from each party, a couple commissioners from across the state, and one member of DDAP, which is the Department of Drug and Alcohol Programs. So yeah, I'm thrilled to be on that to provide oversight of how that money is spent. It's a lot of money. It's to be used over the next 16, 17 years, so it's very sustainable, and I'm thrilled to be on that committee.
When they allocate those funds, does it go toward programs like your Human Services Expo coming up here in April? Exactly
right. So there's a whole host of different things that can be spent on. Again, my job is to oversee that. I have Lycoming County, so if there's human services, nonprofits or whatever, I have to look at that and say, does this fit what the money's supposed to be set for at the federal guidelines? I also have Philadelphia County, so that's a pretty big stack to go through to see who qualifies and where this money should be spent. And listen, we don't want to just waste this money. We don't want to use it for the next 17 years and start over. We don't want the money, right? We don't want there to be overdoses. So the calculation for each county is based on the number of overdoses and a whole slew of factors. So really, just like hunger, we don't want to spend more money on hunger. We want it to disappear.
Absolutely.
So so we've got to use it wisely.
These questions that we're going to be addressing during the speaker series here, it's really about information and data and being able to work toward solutions because of the data they're giving you.
Yeah, especially in this case, Dr. McMahon, she's just, I can't say enough great things about her. She's fabulous. She's bringing students. So one thing we're doing this year, a little different, we've moved the series up so that we can include Lock Haven students if they want to come. We can include Penn College and Lycoming College. So all those kids are going to take advantage of them and let them be part of the speaker series because sometimes we have to step back and listen to the kids.
They're the ones that are in there. And as well, you also have a speaker who's a gym teacher and a speaker for one of the high schools. So I'm thinking he has a great knowledge of exactly what's going on, or at least a view of what's going on.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to do fantastic as well.
Jeremy Steppe.
You got it.
That's
so
good.
Winsford Area High School.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And you're talking about the students that really can come forth and be examples.
Yep.
Maybe that's an opportunity too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to have them.
That's good. So then it goes on from the speaker series where it's just going to be an hour or two, and then moving on into another area of Penn College for the event itself.
Yeah, it's our Vendor Expo, if you will, and it's been wildly successful. And thank you to Carrie Pauling for all the work she's done on that. We've got, I think, Carrie, 67, 68 vendors coming.
Yeah, we have a limit of 70, and we are very quickly approaching 70. So we may top out at our top amount of vendors, but, they range from aging, autism, behavioral health, services for children and adolescents, for people with diverse abilities. And there's early intervention services, independent living, medical assistance, mental health, substance abuse, and services for vendors. That's just a slight list. We're talking about nearly 70 vendors who are providing services in the region for people who are in need of them.
The speaker series is going to generate questions and things like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. And then maybe there's going to be an opportunity to get those questions answered at the expo.
By going to those vendors. And what we've heard over the past few years when we've done this is somebody might come specifically for one area, maybe for independent living, but then see, oh my goodness, the veteran committee is here also. Let's go talk. So they come for one table per se, and they visit all 67, 68 tables and take away just a wealth of information.
It's going to be at the Field House. Is that an indoor event?
It is.
Okay. I know about campus. I know where my son parks when he goes to school there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an alumnus of Penn College.
I am. I graduated there, I don't want to say how many years ago, when it was the community college, and then I taught computer science there for a number of years.
Wonderful. Your business now is human services itself. Really, this is perfect for you.
It did sort of lead to this job as a state representative. So I started an IT company and was fortunate to fall into a little niche, that being human services, of writing drug and alcohol and mental health software. Not to brag, but to brag, that ended up in 61 of the 67 counties. So
Wonderful.
I was hoping to get assigned to Human Services Committee, and I did. So I'm thrilled for that.
You really hit the ground running 3 years ago.
I would say yes.
Yes.
haven't looked back, so I'm very honored to be a member and to serve my constituents.
Congratulations. I'm glad that
Thank
it's
you.
working. It's like, let's work together here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes I get criticized for working with the other side an awful lot, but especially in the human services world, nobody cares what party you are. If your child has autism, or if you have autism,
right,
or you need medical assistance, it's not a partisan issue. So I'm thrilled to work across the aisle.
You're also working with our Senator Jean Yaw about the energy questions that we have, and there was definitely the regional greenhouse gas initiative that we're working against at this time. So I'm thinking, how's that going?
Yeah, well, that we could not have a better senator. I mean, Senator Yaw is, of all 50 senators across the Commonwealth, he is probably the most respected one down there. He's definitely got the attention of Governor Shapiro, and he is using his bargaining chips and doing what he can do for the people of the Commonwealth. He's been a mentor to me, quite honestly, and he has shown me the ropes. So I'm really, really happy to be in his district, and I sometimes joke that he's my favorite constituent.
I'm happy that it's working out, and I feel proud of you guys. And it's like, oh, thank you so much for doing what you can do to help keep our energy costs low and really being on top of that.
Yep.
I was looking on your website, lots of great information on there. Wow. And I was thinking, there's a live stream link on there. Do you live stream often?
Actually, I believe the speaker series, we will have a team up from Harrisburg to be recording it. So
good.
If you miss it, we'd really love to have people there in person, but certainly that information will be shared at a later date. I cannot guarantee it will be live streamed.
Yeah. What we do, Freddi, as we go, and you mentioned energy, so we hosted a policy hearing in Lycoming County a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So again, since my strength is human services, I travel all 67 counties and I do some policy hearings. The next one will be in Westmoreland County about opioids. So those are live streamed. All of the policy hearings for both parties are live streamed out of Harrisburg. And that might be what we were talking about on our site.
I see. Well, all the information that you can find on there, I mean, you're talking about any information. There's a portal for the citizens to be able to go and find out everything that's going on in Harrisburg.
Absolutely.
It's great. You got the voting schedules and the bills and amendments and the Constitution of Pennsylvania that we probably should read ourselves.
We should.
For sure. Circling back to the event that's coming up on Friday, April 25th at Penn College, starting with the speaker series and then moving on to the Human Services Expo. Great parking. I guess there's going to be great signage.
Yeah, one thing we're doing different this year is feeding people. So we are going to have a couple food trucks that'll be available there for people to purchase food.
Oh, that'll be great.
It is. Let's hope the weather cooperates.
What kind of people come? It's like we're not just focusing on seniors. We're not just focusing on students. There's definitely a group of diverse people coming in.
Yeah, I think you hit the word there, diversity. So it'll be every age group. People bring their kids. People bring their grandparents. So we're excited really how diverse it is.
I'm hoping that we get a chance to really grow from this. It's like you want to make sure that we're getting those policies together, gathering the data, and being able to have answers here. Do you see any percentages going up or down, or what are we actually focusing on when it comes to opioid abuse? Do we have any kind of numbers that we know?
Yeah, numbers have gone down. So they're in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which is, our primary focus, but obviously we want the whole nation. So those numbers have come down, and part of it is because of more people seeing what was going on with the opioid crisis and how kids and adults getting hooked on the oxy and then that leading to heroin and that leading to an overdose. So a lot of the vendors that'll be there have had personal tragedies themselves with their own children or their own families. So if you have a concern about your own children, listen, it's great you go to the state, it's great you come to my office, but really it's great you go to somebody that's experienced it and that has had those heartbreaking stories. So if that's one of you out there, please come and you will find help.
What is your job that day? Are you just going to be standing around waiting to speak with people? Or
Probably just photo ops.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
You look great, Representative Flick.
Jeez, thank you. No, I will be gone. I'll talk a little bit of the speaker series. Then I will be going from vendor to vendor to vendor, hitting all 65 to 70 of them up. It's a busy, busy day, and I'm just so thrilled to be part of it.
It's a networking opportunity for you to make strides in what you're trying to accomplish.
It is, and that's another key word. It's really a networking opportunity for everybody that walks through that door. And it's not meant to be a job fair, but since we moved it up in the schedule and we're getting kids to come, not just college kids, but hopefully some high school kids. We're working with Dr. Briggs over in South Williamsport to get some of his students out. So it's networking for those kids. And not only are we in a crisis with a lot of things, also with jobs, right?
Sure.
We need people in these fields. So this is an opportunity for people to make a connection and to network.
Have you heard about that aluminum foil plant coming in soon here to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, we're really, really excited. There's great things happening in the county here. So kudos to the county commissioners and also to Jason Fink at the Chamber of Commerce. Great things are happening here in the community, and we want that to continue.
If people come to your office, can they ask questions about opportunities in employment? I mean, is that a place where you then suggest other resources, or do you have resources in your office?
We have an open door policy, as you can imagine, so people can come for anything, whether it's a complaint, whether it's about property tax, rebates, PennDOT, you name it, they can come. But yeah, we have a lot of connections, obviously, to Harrisburg. So if somebody come not too long ago, we have a fishing event coming up, but this person was interested in fishing. So we connect to Harrisburg and to see what opportunities are available in the field for jobs.
If I want to get my birth certificate resent to me, that's the place to go to.
You got it. Absolutely.
All those little things. Anything you can think of, you probably have the answers, or you know who does.
Yeah, and remember, I want to remind people, we're the state, right? So we deal with Pennsylvania. We do get people come in from time to time that it's more federal issues, and recently maybe a lot of complaints. So we then have a great relationship, with the congressmen and with the senators that are in D.C., so we can connect you to the right place.
I think that's the most important thing that we have to remember, that we rely on our state legislators. This is where we sort of get the answers first, and then it can move out from there.
Exactly right.
So thank you for everything that you've done so far, and we're just grateful for all the work that you're doing. And Carrie Pauling, of course, you also doing a lot of great work for this expo coming up on April 25th. Do you know the food trucks that are going to be there?
Tags is going to be there with their cuisine. We have a donut truck, and we're working on one more. So at this point, I guess we could say it's surprise. But we definitely want to feed people. It's a long day, so it just makes sense to have the opportunity to have a little snack while you're there working. I do want to let people know that this is free, and that's a question that's been asked. Is there some kind of cost to get in? This is free to all constituents, caregivers especially. This is great for caregivers because they're there representing the loved one or the client that they're taking care of.
Sure.
This is a great place to find a whole host of services that could help them out.
All right, well, we want to make sure that everybody knows that it's coming up Friday, April 25th, Human Services Expo and Speaker Series at Penn College, where there'll be signage and everything. They'll know exactly where to park.
Penn College is fantastic with signage. They will direct everyone exactly where they need to go. There's a lot of parking right near the field house, so it's very accessible.
And I would add, Freddie, if I could,
Sure.
just to throw a little plug out there. It is free, but it's only free because we have sponsors to help out. So like UPMC each year, I'll name a couple other ones, White Deer, Crossroads, West Branch Drug and Alcohol, who has really helped coordinate that, is fantastic. You guys, so thank you for Backyard Broadcasting.
Absolutely.
And, of course, Penn College is always a gracious host.
Wonderful to have those kind of sponsors who sort of can back you up with the data.
Correct. Absolutely right.
All right. Well, look forward to meeting them coming up on April 25th at Penn College on your Facebook page as well as repflick.com.
Yeah, I would encourage everybody to go to repflick.com. We do send out what's called an email blast. So every Friday, and hopefully you're signed up, Freddie.
I just saw it. I have to put my email in the box.
Every Friday, to hold me accountable,
Yeah.
we tell every constituent that has signed up what I've done every day of that week. So,
All right. Well, I look forward to ticking off the boxes of the things that get
Super.
done here. Well, we're thrilled today to have State Representative Jamie Flick representing the 83rd Legislative District, as well as Carrie Pauling.
I'm a technically district office manager.
Okay.
I'm fairly new to the role, but it has been challenging and fun, and I've gotten to meet many, many people in the 3.5 short months that I've been doing this, but I really look forward to meeting our friends in the community at the expo.
All right. Well, we'll see you there in just a couple weeks, of course. What's the address to see you if we wanted to come to your office?
1000 Commerce Park Drive. We're in Suite 103. It's on the ground floor. Also, lots of parking. It's a very accessible building as well. We're good for walk-ins, or it's always good to maybe call ahead and make an appointment if there's an issue you want to
so
discuss.
it's maybe better known as the Water Tower Square.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Loyalsock.
I do know where that is. Okay.
You got it. See, there you go.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all this great information. We look forward to the Human Services Expo and Speaker Series coming up on April 25th at Penn College. Thanks for all the work you've done, Carrie.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great event.
And thanks for representing us, Representative Flick.
You bet, Freddie. Thanks so much.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5, 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA 17701. Attention Freddi Hammer. Or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archive programs of our In Touch series, you can download and subscribe to our new Backyard Podcasting feature through a link on any Backyard Broadcasting website or obtained where podcasts are available. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.